It's time for Highlands basketball. Tonight from Highlands High School, section matchup between the Highlands Golden Rams and the Armstrong Riverhawks. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma, cameraman Dan upstairs, this is Mike Pavlik greeting you from Highlands for tonight's game, the second meeting between these two teams. The Rams won the first meeting early January up in Armstrong. Well, Dean, the Rams come off a nice win on Tuesday night at Hampton, a game they had to have, beating the Talbots in that one, and got some really good contributions from their big guys.
Yeah, Mike, inside, Chandler Timmons played a great first half and really took the ball to the basket and very aggressive. And then Braden Foster came on the second half. He ended up with 19 points. Chandler had 12 rebounds. Also, Braden had a Foster flush, an intimidating dunk in there. Now, we only had 2 3-pointers in that game, Mike, but again, very simply, we didn't need them. We were just bullying them inside, and that's another way we can win. And teams continue to find ways to win. If you're going to be a good team, you have to have multiple ways to win. Tuesday night, it was pound them on the glass.
Exactly. Well, the Riverhawks come in here 8-8 on the year, but 2-5 in section under Coach Brian Kowalski in his second season here, the former coach at Ford City. And it's a big game for them when it comes to that last playoff spot.
Yeah, Mike, and unfortunately coming banged up. We only have 3 starters. 2 of the starters got hurt. And one of their key players, Mike, Isaiah Braun, he's not playing like he hasn't started only the first 2 games this year, and I thought he was going to be a key this year to help them out. Now, they trail Hampton by 2 games for the final playoff spot. They still play Hampton. Maybe he gets back in the lineup, maybe he doesn't. But Isaiah Braun could have made a difference here tonight. But they're hungry. It's a critically important game for them. It's a must-win situation. They have to win and they have to get help, so they can't afford to lose here tonight, so I think they're going to come out and play.
I think they are too.
Unfortunately, they're coming into a buzzsaw here tonight because it's Hall of Fame night.
It's Hall of Fame night.
It's elementary school night, and it's elementary cheerleader night, so we got the triple header going for them. So again, Hall of Fame is going to be coming up in a little bit, and we're going to have Kirk Watucky, Greg Kaprivnikar, and my broadcast partner Mike Pavlik being inducted tonight.
Sounds good. I think I accept. Winter is here, so there's no better time than now to stop into Highland Tire and Highland Integrity Alignment. See why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley since 1993, and the best oil change since 1995, and now #1 for auto repair. Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires and custom wheels in the entire Pittsburgh area. And if you don't see it on site, they'll order it for you. Visit highlandtire.com or give them a call in Trentham at 724-224-9222. In Natrona Heights, 724-224-7900. Or Highland Integrity Alignment, 724-224-5900. Highland Tires, service, integrity, price. Since 1961, we deliver. I've never had more pressure reading a commercial. Hall of Fame and everything coming up right after this.
All right, we're ready for the Hall of Fame ceremony. It's going to turn over to our Bill Heasley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Section 4 matchup between the Armstrong Riverhawks and your Highlands Golden Rams. If I can direct your attention to midcourt, we would like to introduce to you this year's Highlands Basketball Booster Hall of Fame inductees. Representing the basketball boosters and presenting the plaques is Mrs. Kate Belak. Our first inductee is Kirk Watucky. He started as a sophomore on the 1995 WPIL championship team, the first in Highlands history, where they pulled off the upset of heavily favored Blackhawk, 58-56. He was a 3-year starter and scored over 1,400 points, third most in Highlands history. He went on to graduate from the University of Pittsburgh as employed by the Bank of New York Mellon. Congratulations to Kirk Watucky. Our next inductee is Greg Kaprivnikar. He also was on the 1995 championship team. He was a senior team captain and made what has become known as the shot in our area. With the score tied at 56 and 3 seconds to go, he made a crossover dribble drive to the hoop and put it in a running left-hander off the glass to give Highlands their first WPIL championship. He also scored over 1,100 points in his career. He played at Point Park, and now is a service advisor at Nick Chevrolet. Congratulations to Greg Pavlik. And finally, our last member of tonight's class is going in as a broadcaster. Mike Pavlik. For the past 21 years, he has been the play-by-play man for nearly 500 basketball games. Highlands boys basketball has been a staple on Comcast Cable Channel 190, and since 2015, he has helped with the creation of the YouTube channel, Highlands High Sports, which has had over 103,000 views worldwide. He has helped to create memories for all the players who have participated in our program since 2001. He joins his broadcast partner, Mike Choma, who was inducted into the original Hall of Fame class. Congratulations to Mike Pavlik. The three inductees' names have been inscribed on a plaque that appears in the trophy case outside the gym. Let's give a final round of applause to the 2022 class of the Highlands Basketball Boosters Hall of Fame.
There you have it, the Hall of Fame class. And again, great to see everybody out there. Mike Pavlik, my broadcast partner. And at halftime, we're going to get a special treat. We're going to get to interview Kirk Wittucky and Greg Pavlik. We'll be back with starting lineups after this.
All right, back in my natural habitat. Time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting, to beautify and protect. By the way, if anybody couldn't tell, I was the short one. That was beautiful. Thanks to Kate and Bill and you and everybody on the committee. That was terrific. Thank you.
Well deserved, Mike. Well deserved.
Thank you. So here come the Armstrong Riverhawks, and it took them a while to decide on their starters because they just trying to find guys.
Yeah, Mike, and they're going to start number 4, Ian Olson, a 6-foot freshman. Actually, going to start 2 freshmen here tonight.
Ian Olson is Caden Olson's brother, younger brother.
Jacob Zepp, a 6'1 freshman. He'll get a start here tonight. Jack Balasek, 6'1 sophomore, wears number 15. He did a lot of damage in the game up at Armstrong.
He's a good player. He played against us as a freshman last year also.
Number 42, Owen Kamer, a 6'1 junior. And the guy that does everything up there, the quarterback of the football team and the basketball team, number 24, Caden Olson, 6'5 junior.
The big fella. Now the Rams, under Coach Corey Dotchin, 11-4, 6-1 in section. If the Rams win tonight, they clinch a playoff spot for the 8th straight year.
We buried the lead in the pregame.
We did bury the lead, didn't we?
We had a lot going on tonight. Highlands will start number 24, Cameron Regard, 6-foot sophomore, average 7.2 per game. Braden Foster wears number 15. Talked about the 6'8 sophomore in the pregame, averaging 11.6 per game. And the other big guy, number 0, Chandler Timmons, 6'4 junior, averaging 8.5 per game. And our leading scorer, number 1, Jimmy Kuntz, 6'2 junior, averaging 22.1 per game. And the only starter on the floor here tonight, Mike, will be number 4,
Chandler.
How about that?
Chandler brought me a gift.
And that's very nice. For the Hall of Fame, you got a Highlands t-shirt tonight. Very classy at Chandler Timmons.
Chandler is very classy.
14, Carter Leary, 10.3 per game. 5'11 senior, rounds out our starting 5. And lucky you got a t-shirt.
I know.
I don't got no t-shirt.
Heck, it's better than the plaque almost. Not really. Beautiful.
Well, what happens is John Mason and Glenn Mills, 2 of our sponsors, they provide t-shirts for every game for the varsity starters to throw out. Yours was handed to you this evening. How
Dean, I was looking for something to wear tomorrow when we go to Montour for 3 o'clock.
It'll be warm there.
I think I might do that. Oh, that's a sweet t-shirt. Look at that. That's
nice.
Very nice.
All
oh,
right.
yeah. Here you go, Dan.
Let's add to the festivities here tonight.
There you go. All right. The ball's in the air. The Rams win the tap. And I expect a big game out of Chandler tonight because he sees Caden Olson on the other side of the court. So see what happens. Here's Foster. Oh, it came up on him, and Olson's able to take it away. Now remember, these guys didn't come here last year. We only had the game up there, and you weren't there for that game. So, and we missed the game this year because we were in quarantine. So, you know,
I go way back with our coach Brian Kovaleski because he coached Jason Kerr, my neighbor, and
the girls coach who clinched the playoff spot last night.
He used to come to our middle school tournaments when he was coaching middle school.
How about you can have the girls and boys clinch playoff spots on consecutive nights?
That'd be great.
Now stepping back, and Zepp lets a 3 go. It's no good. Olsen tipped it out of bounds. Is it Highlands? No, they're going to say it was tipped out by Regard, and it belongs to the Armstrong Riverhawks. Eric Blair, Jim Ricchini, and Jason Moshkat are the 3 officials tonight. We are not familiar with these guys.
No, new guys, and they were very nice about letting us have our Hall of Fame ceremony before the game.
They were big. I couldn't see around them. There's Ian Olsen, the freshman. Oh, and
Carter has some tape on his shoulder. You see that, Mike?
Yeah, that's that therapeutic tape. But it also tells you something's up. Here's Ian Olsen.
Being very patient.
Yes, they are. Into Caden against Timmons. Dumped it back out, and finally they get it into Kamer. And Kamer put it in, and the Riverhawks lead 2-0.
Mike, they gave Shaler a good game the other day. They didn't lose by 5, 51-46, and we know how important this game is to them.
Kuntz steps back. 3 ball is short. Rebound comes to Timmons. Timmons back to Leary. Leary's got the shoes on tonight.
Oh, in the face. No foul. There it is.
Now they're going to call
Second time around.
Yeah. So that's on Caden Olsen, and that's the last guy Brian Kovaleski needs to get into foul trouble. Jimmy Kuntz will go to the line and shoot 2. At 6:34 first quarter, 2-0 Riverhawks. Jimmy had 16 up at Armstrong on January 4.
There you go, 68%. He's down to, Mike, which most guys would like to be at. You had a stat about our sophomores versus our...
Yeah, the sophomores are shooting 54%. Everybody else is shooting 64%. But the point is, the sophomores are shooting less than 50% 2 weeks ago. So here they come, and that's the most important thing.
Throws the ball away, and
Kuntz stole it. Over. Timmons, Regard.
One more.
Regard drives. Kuntz follows and scores, and the Rams lead 3-2.
And now they can set their pressure up, Mike.
And they do, as Regard gave the bump to Ian Olsen.
They break it easily.
Forecourt. Oh, nice blocked by Foster. And we're talking about the sophomores, how the free throw shooting's gotten better, and Foster and Regard are coming. And Foster, the last 2 weeks, has really taken his game to a different level.
When you have an eraser like Foster back there, you can be a little more aggressive on your press.
Those back-to-back dunks the other night were something else.
And by the way, everybody loves the Foster flush and the Jimmy jams.
Olsen got in there, missed the shot. Olsen got the rebound. Boy, they could have called that, didn't they?
Wow, yeah, there should have been.
Olsen gets the basket, and it's 4-3. Leary ahead of the pack, and it's stolen by Ian Olsen. Back to Caden. Look for your brother. There you go. Rams off to an uneven start here early on. This is Zepp. Oh, boy, looked like he traveled. He kind of fell backwards. Ian Olsen from way downtown off the rim. No good. Rebound, Regard. Here are the Rams back. Here's Foster. Spin move in the paint, and Caden Olsen blocked it out of bounds.
So far, Armstrong come out aggressive, Mike. I like their uniforms. Still haven't seen Hawks nice.
They played last night, and that'll be something interesting to keep a look at. Is
Foster got fouled.
Nope, they're saying he was good, and he put it in anyway.
That time,
thought they were going to call double dribble, but they said he was knocked away from him. So 5-4 Highlands. They played and beat Slippery Rock at home last night in a non-section game. So
Braden used his right hand against Hampton, basically with his left hand.
Valasek threw it to the corner to Kamer. Off the move, Valasek. Jumper, he's fouled.
Yep.
Now let's see if he was shooting 2 or 3.
I'm going to say 3. Foster gets the foul, his first.
2 shots, Dan.
2 shots, so kiddo. Gives a chance to say about the Boucher Agency. They recently made some major changes with you and your family in mind. Now they're better equipped to handle your home and auto insurance needs. They're independent agents dealing with all insurance companies. Again, call your hometown independent insurance agents, John and Nick Boucher, at 724-224-4300. Choose the coverage that's right for you and your family. Evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, the AK Valley, you're in good hands with the Boucher Agency on your side.
Jack Valasek hits 2 for 2, and Armstrong leads it 6-5.
I will be up there next week discussing pay per mile.
Gotcha.
My wife put 6 miles on her car a week.
Here's Timmons baseline. Timmons with Caden Olson, the two quarterbacks, made a nice move. Got him up in the air, put it up, no good. Tip Regard, no. Regard had it blocked. And
they're letting him bang in there, Mike.
They are. Valisic had the rebound.
Looks like every ref is over 6'5" and said, I never got that call when I was playing.
You betcha. Caden Olson, baseline. Nice reverse. Put it up and in. Caden's got 4. Armstrong by 3 now. And the Rams throw it out of bounds. It was tipped out of bounds, however, by Ian Olson.
And remember, the game up there, Mike, they did hang around the first half.
They hang around for 3.5 quarters. Or 3 quarters plus, anyway. Here's Kunst. Armstrong has never beaten Highlands.
Don't say that.
No, it's true. Turnover, Rams at 4:08.
Well, Mike, they've committed 3 turnovers already, and that's not good. And trail by 3.
The first game on January 4th, 77-54, but that was a single-digit game into the fourth quarter.
Did the same thing the other day against Freeport, up by 4 and win by 27 in the second half.
Here's Zepp. Got it to Olson in the paint. Olson went in, brought it up and down. They're going to call a jump ball.
Interesting.
Arrow goes to Armstrong at 3:56. They lead it 8-5. And they got to like the pace.
We get it.
For some odd reason, Mike, the light's not working on the...
It's working, but faintly. You can kind of see it if you look real close.
Oh, boy.
So, anywho. So Armstrong has it with a 3-point lead.
But
again,
works the other way. Look.
They average 50 points a game. Highlands averages 70 points a game. This is their pace.
No doubt about it, Mike. Halfway through the first quarter.
Jordan Tavares has the same shoulder apparatus that Carter's got. Stepping back, oh my goodness, Jack Valisic, it took a peek, went halfway down. Highlands has the rebound, 3:30 left first quarter. Here's Kunst left side. Kunst made a spin move, out to Foster, got a man in the air. That's 2, it's around, no good, had a peek. Regard to rebound, but no help. He's the only one on the floor, and Armstrong has it. Now Valisic.
Set. Dude, come get it. Dude, right here.
Out for Olson. Rams put the double team on. I think this is similar to what Mars did. And it's either Rams are going to try to speed him up now. And this is what we were talking about here. That was 2 weeks ago, I think.
And that's important, Mike. You have to score.
Ian Olson, the freshman. Oh, what a block by Foster, and he caught it. Again, the Bill Russell block.
Yep, kept it in play.
Timmons getting hammered in there. Can't get the shot to go, and Caden Olson has the rebound.
They are letting them bang away, Mike.
Each team has had 1 foul. That's it. Again, the double team. Caden Olson high post. Steal by Kunst. He stepped right in front of it. And that's how you get back in a game like this, is to turn up the defensive pressure. Kunst, spin move, 360, put it in. Jimmy's got 5 of the 7, and it's a 1-point Armstrong lead.
Coast to coast, and here comes the pressure now.
And now he gave the dribble up, and Olson back to Valisic. And it doesn't look like Brian Kowalski's got much of an appetite for substitution at this point, much like Rob Carmody here that night. Turnover for Mars, did not substitute.
All of a sudden, Mike, that's 4 turnovers.
Jordan Tavares, number 3. Khalil Long, number 35. And we do have some subs.
Mason Conroy in for the Riverhawks.
2 words, by the way.
5'11"
And there really is no such bird. So we've had a Riverhawk and a Talbot this week. Foster against a double team. Made a good post move. Out to Leary, 3 ball. It's nothing but nylon. Carter Leary, must be the shoes. 10-8 Highlands.
And now here comes the pressure again.
Ian Olson. Left side, and Valisic not bashful. It's short. Rebound Foster had it tipped. He saves it, and Kunst stole it. Here comes Jimmy, 2-on-2. All the way to the basket. Showed it to Olson. Got bodied. And they say it's out of bounds and belongs to Armstrong. And Jimmy says, where's the foul?
How?
I can't help you there.
4 turnovers apiece now.
Valisic to Ian Olson, the freshman. Caden is his junior. 10-8. And they're going to call a foul on Kuntz, really.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be his first. Foster has the other one. The only Armstrong fouls on Caden Olson. Landon Signorella and Cam Regard come into the Highlands lineup. Braden Foster and Jimmy Kuntz get a rest. 1:13 left of the first quarter, and Corey Dodgen figuring the last thing you want to do in the last minute is get those guys a second foul. He might put them in if there's an offensive possession.
Yeah, both have one apiece.
And Olson and his brother on different pages together. Turnover Armstrong at 110. Rams lead 10-8. Stay tuned after the first quarter. The Dean has younger basketball players to tell you about. A lot of them.
Yeah, Mike, third grade on up. Again, I always say teams don't win, programs do. And we have everybody from the program here tonight, and they got to see the Hall of Fame, which I thought was great.
Regard out of the corners. 3 ball is no good. Rebound off of Khalil. Khalil had a good game up at Armstrong this year. 9 points in that one. And we had good bench show in that game. With Khalil had 9, Jordan Tavares had 10. So Jordan's out there now.
Well, that was awesome.
Oh, there's Regard. You can see it. He stole it. He drives. He lays. He puts it in.
Boy, he had a very small window, Mike, but he got it up in there. Cameron Regard off the turnover.
12-6. 12-8. Ian Olson all the way himself. He missed it. Regard the rebound. 28 seconds. Rams with a 3-on-2. Regard all the way home. He put it down.
Cameron Regard.
I'm telling you about these sophomores coming on. And Brian Kowalski says, timeout.
19 seconds ago, Mike, when you take a timeout that early, you're looking.
Don't you hate it when you need work done around the house but can't get anyone to call you back? Or even worse, you finally get in touch with someone and they don't finish the job properly. Well, put those problems aside because Beanie Home Renovations has been executing home projects in the AK Valley from start to finish for over a decade. If you're spending your hard-earned money on renovating your home, you expect the job to be done right. Not only does Beanie do it all from basements to roofing, they also bring a refreshing level of professionalism to every job from the very first call. Experience the difference today. Call 724-351-3172 or visit their Facebook page and take the first step in making your home a better place to live. Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy.
Mike, tonight's elementary night, and the idea was to have all the elementary kids sit across the way where Dan is panning now. Unfortunately, a lot of fans are here tonight, and those guys didn't get those seats, but we're going to announce their names at at the end of the first quarter. And again, as I said, you know, teams don't win, programs win. I got about 80 kids involved here, which is just fantastic for the future of the Golden Rams. We've got travel teams out there. We've got Beast Mode. That's the 3rd to 6th grade program, Mike. And again, they teach the kids hard work, play hard, lead the way. It's called Beast Mode.
Oh, they throw it away again as Long has it to Signorella, 10 seconds. Highlands with the ball and the arrow. 7 seconds, Tavares. Gonna take it all the way. Tavares put it up off the glass and scored.
The sophomore.
And the Rams with a big end of the first quarter, very similar to the 11-0 run they put on Hampton the other night. They lead at 16-8.
And the young kids get to see the young kids, Mike. All the young kids here tonight got to see the sophomores lead us those last 2 minutes. And again, let's talk about our middle school program coached by Steve Belak. Mike, they beat North Hills and North Allegheny this week. They're doing a tremendous job. 11-1, Troy Belak, Julian Chapman, Preston Foster, Ty Hall, Luke Hewitt, Carmine LaCava, Braden Mell, Jackson Natowski, Caleb Ruggieri, Cole Schaefer, Singer Boys, William and Gerard, and DJ Suber. 7th grade, coached by Mike Foster, Aiden Kell, Ethan Callender, Brady Shelko, Jalen Chapman, Luke Lattis, Logan Lattis, Beckham Ochoa, and Luke Carabarelli. And Mike, a lot of these names sound familiar because they're kids of kids that we used to have in our program.
Right.
6th grade, Dylan Allworth, Aiden Field, Tevin Owen Kratzenberg. How's that for a name?
Oh my.
Max Pepper, Braden Scott, Dom Goodman. We'll get to the rest as we can, Mike.
Now that's Kratz's brother?
Yes.
Younger brother. How about that?
And I got the all-time name for you, Mike.
Okay, that'll be in the next group. No.
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me. Got Don Rickles.
I want to meet this kid.
Don Rickles is coming in for that one. Here's Foster blocked by Olson. No, Olson's a man in there, isn't he? So's Braden, but geez. By the way, the Rams are on an 11-0 run. It's the same as Tuesday against Hampton. The Rams pushed that 11-0, and that's what got them going late first, early second. Out of the corner, Jimmy Kuntz 3 off the rim, but there's Signorella. So there, a spin move. What's the call? It's going to be on the floor. That's a foul on Armstrong, and that's on Ian Olsen. That's his first. So each Olsen brother has a foul, and that's a floor foul, of course. It's only the third foul of the game.
Owen Cameron going to check back in.
Off the inbound. There is a block from behind, and that's going to send Chandler Timmons to the line to shoot a couple at 7:34. You want to read some more names?
Chandler coming in at 52%. Yes, Mike, the fifth grade, we have some travel teams out there. I've seen this kid play Brooklyn Becker. Remember that name? Eli Belfield, Chaz Belak, another Belak, Josh Bevins, Kean Foster, another Foster, Geo Jackson, Julian Jickets, Parker Mace, Moses Mitchell. Mike, you're going to love this one. Tyrone L.T. Woody.
Is it Tyrone's son?
The Woodies are back.
Oh, that's great. Chandler makes the first out of 2. Oh, second one is off. The Rams on a 12-0 run. It's 17-8. It was 8-5 Armstrong. Now Valasek. Now he's just going to shoot it. It's 3. It's off the rim. Rebound Foster tipped it. It's Highlands' ball as Olsen carried it out of bounds.
It was the old double pump fake, Mike, and nobody covered him, so he let it fly.
Stay tuned at halftime. The Dean's going to talk to the Hall of Fame inductees, Kirk Watucky and Greg Kaprivnikar. As I said, combined for nearly 3,000 points, those two guys.
And both part of that 95 team, the first one to win the WPL championship.
On 3, Jimmy Kuntz, and he cans it from right down the gullet. He's got 8. And the Rams lead it 20-8. 15-0.
And I'm so glad, Mike, our young kids are seeing how hard our varsity plays.
Olsen got bumped by Timmons. Out to Ian Olsen.
They're going to know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. This is Ian. 6:35 left first half. Highlands 20, Armstrong 8. Again, Highlands would set a school record by making the playoffs 8 consecutive seasons with a win here. Mason Conroy missed a 3. Rebound Signorella. He's got 3 of those already in limited minutes. Kuntz coming all the way to the basket. He lays it up and scores.
Coast to coast like butter on toast. He's got 10.
22-8. 17-0 Highlands run.
And you talk about 1,000-point scores, Mike. Jimmy's on the count. Started at 158. Got 10 here tonight, down to 148.
Ian Olsen steps back. Now this is Caden, the tremendous Armstrong quarterback. Valasek. Now Ian Olsen right side. Dumps it in, and a little left-hander by Owen Kamer is down. It's his second basket of the night. That breaks the run, and it's 22-10.
Both from the same spot for Kamer. Wow,
how about that one?
Move by Jimmy. Signorella missed it. Jimmy was there, cleaned it up. He's got a dozen now.
Averaging 22, Kuntz stole it. Kuntz drives all the way in, and once, and scores and draws the foul.
He's been unstoppable here in the first half, Mike. He's got 14, and we still have 5:18 to go here in the second quarter.
He only had 16 in the game up there, and most of those were from the foul line.
Mike, we even have a 4th grade travel team coached by Sam Mitchell and Jason Guy. Luca Chidano, Colton Verrazer, Quentin Guy, and here's my one.
There we go. Kuntz completes a 3-point play, yes.
Wise Guy. I got to meet Wise Guy.
Oh, my goodness.
Adam Hayden, Arian Miller, Moses, and Remy Mitchell.
27-10 now. This is Olsen.
Do you remember Sam Mitchell, Mike, played?
Yes, I do.
Yep, that's got to be his kids, I imagine. Isn't it weird? We're getting players' kids are now playing, huh?
Yeah, like Brock White was mine. That was the first one. There's a nice feed underneath, and Caden finishes. He's got 6. 27-12. Here's Kuntz. Corner to Regar with a head fake. Going to take it all the way to the basket. He shoots and gets fouled as he goes in there quickly. And Regard will shoot a couple. B&J Sports celebrating their 6th decade of outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. Team uniforms, trophies, and plaques. Any kind of sports equipment, you just can't beat the service at B&J Sports. B&J is located at 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. They're open 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon. Or give Glenn a call, 724-226-2762. 6 decades says it all. B&J Sports.
Cameron was 1 out of 2. Here's another steal by Regard.
He goes to Kuntz.
And he got
Big
fouled.
move, he scores and draws the foul. Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable body control by both Cameron Regard and Jimmy Kuntz. Mike, you just can't beat that.
30 to 12.
12 points, 10 turnovers. And that foul is going to be on Ian Olson. That's his 3rd quickly, Mike.
Assistant coach Bruce Bailey up with a word.
They can't afford to lose him.
Kuntz misses the 3-point play. John Dankis working at us tonight. He just sent me what in the world, this emoji for Jimmy.
Unbelievable.
It's the wow emoji.
You know things are going your way, Mike. We hit the ball off the referee at Stadium Bonds. We got the turnover.
Exactly. $30 to 12. Now they do get it across to Carter Kiowski, number 14. We've had consecutive weekends of Kiowskis on Fridays. And not even ours, who doesn't play any longer. Olson put it up and in.
He's got 8.
30 to 14, and beating him all the way down is Leary. That's his move.
And Mike, you call it up tempo. Look what's happening.
Exactly.
Yep.
32-14, Rams by 18.
Look at Regard on the floor.
A steal by Regard, and they get it back though as Caden's able to control it. Over to Valasek, drives in with a runner, beautiful. Valasek's first basket, 4th point, 32-16. They come at us. Olson runs into Bruce Bailey. I think Bruce took the worst of that one.
You don't want to hit Nate Bailey, I'll tell you that.
No. Well, I was going to tell Nate that Owen Kamer picks up the foul, his first, that if Nate ever becomes a head coach, I have to retire because I can't see around him. He was doing the JV game. I couldn't see around him. Nate played in the cager here. I was talking to, while we were waiting across the court, to Kirk Watucky. He played in the first Cager Classic, and he said he set up for 2 dunks in the game, Breon Chambers, who dunked it twice, and Breon is the father of our player Pepper. Yeah.
Yep, Cayenne.
And Breon at that time is Regard makes the first. This is the 1997 Cager Classic. Breon, Cheswick Christian Academy.
And I interviewed him, I'll bet.
Yeah, If I did, I'd have pulled my shoulder out of socket. Did Foster get it? He tipped it. And Armstrong has it. 33-16. It's a 17-point game. Regard is just a man possessed defensively, and this has really turned up for him the last couple of weeks also.
He knows that's how you stay on the floor, Mike.
And he does. Well, and it's figuring it out. You know, these guys, the sophomores, didn't get a lot of minutes last year, and it's difficult to jumper by Valasek is missed, and look at Khalil get up there.
Up ahead of the pack.
Assert yourself. Here's Foster. Foster flush!
Go. That's for the kids behind us, Mike. You heard the whole place go nuts, huh?
35-16, Rams with their biggest lead.
I was glad to see that they saw him.
Nearly a steal, but Valasek able to get it, and he gets up there. My, get 2 hands, and there's like no effort. I mean, there's effort, but you know what I mean. Here's Conroy.
He didn't have a long launch pad either, Mike. It was 1 step.
Olson throws up an air ball.
They can do it again.
He doesn't need a long launch pad.
They're going to try. Oh.
Out corner to Regard. Regard with a runner on the baseline. Shot, score, foul. 37-16.
It was 8-5 at one time.
It was 8-5.
Yep.
That's 29-11.
That's a big run. They're going to take a timeout. Let's talk about the Wireless Zone, the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America. Whether you're a small business, a big family, or you just need a new phone, Wireless Zone can help. At Wireless Zone, we're dedicated to finding the right device for you, your family, your business, and your lifestyle. Our stores offer competitive prices on today's most popular smartphone devices and accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Get 5G ready and visit your Wireless Zone headquarters in Trona Heights at the Walmart Plaza, Pittsburgh Mills Malls, or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you by visiting wirelesszone.com. And Mike, Kate Belak did the presentations of the Hall of Fame plaques to you guys. And her, Steve, her husband, the Fosters. I mean, you go back. We can all go back to the Waitukis.
Right.
You know, that developed the elementary program. We had John Mason. We had the Cochrans. And again, Kerry Myers. The list goes on and on. And these people are volunteers with elementary school players. So again,
right.
You know, that's how you get
that's
this.
And that's the building of it that you talk about.
Yep.
Kate told me that she was that she really got a kick out of me calling her the first lady of Highlands basketball. I was like, well, all the work you do?
And I'm trying to follow her around to get her over to give you guys the plaque. She's selling 50-50 tickets up to the end.
And again, she doesn't take none of these people take a dime for any of this. And that's the, you know.
Hey, you know, Mike, I did it for a number of years, and I loved it. That's the most important thing. People who do it, they
You guys had a very small boosters club for a while. There wasn't a whole lot going on. You, John Mason, maybe, and maybe one other person.
Tracy Edwards, yep.
Rachel's my neighbor, by the way.
How about that?
The new little young little.
Timmons
she has a new little girl with her husband Jake. Yeah, they're.
Well, is Kirk over there too now?
Kirk Witucky is in New Canaan. Lives very close to me, walking distance.
By the way, he just had a son, second son, Blake. Frank and Shelley now have 8 grandchildren, Mike, 7 boys, so they get their own basketball team.
And Clark got the girl, yeah.
Yep.
Chandler Timmons at the line. It's out of there. 1-on-1. Rebound Armstrong. 2 minutes left first half. Rams lead at 38-16. This is Valasek against Tavares, who had some rough calls go against him on Tuesday, in my opinion. There's a 3 from the corner by Isaiah Riggle that's missed and put back up and in by Olsen.
Double figures with 10 now for him. Braden just backing people down.
Oh, look at Foster. Boy, he's got big man moves, all right.
And he has 6. Highlands look like 1-3-1 now, Mike.
40-18, and they had 5 points for the longest time. Valasek's fouled. He'll shoot 2 at 1:21. Planet Fitness at the Heights Plaza in Natrona Heights is your home of the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness provides a clean and spacious environment where everyone is free to work out in a non-intimidating atmosphere for as little as $10 a month. Whether you're just starting out, getting back in your groove, or looking for extra tips, work out with a certified trainer at Planet Fitness for no extra cost with the PE at PF program. With membership starting as low as $10 a month, you can start off the new year with high-quality fitness at an awesome price. Come down to Planet Fitness in Natrona Heights and meet our friendly staff. Welcome to the Planet. Jack Valasek at the line makes the first. He'll get another.
Snuck up a couple times this week, Mike. Nice to get back on the elliptic machine. And
yeah,
it was too cold to be outside.
I had not done much for about 6 weeks, and back on the horse this week. Oh, Tavares couldn't get it to go, and Olsen has the rebound.
So they've doubled up the Riverhawks here, 40-20, last minute here in the first half.
Remember, halftime, the Dean's going to talk to Kirk and Greg. Steal by Kunst. They just threw it into the paint. Nobody home. Here's Leary. Had it, lost it, and then Olsen got it off his shoulder.
7th Highlands turnover. They forced 12 so far.
Here's Valasek at the big ram. I get to stand on the ram. I get to stand on the dead board. I knew exactly where it was. It's right by the eyeball. Don't tell anybody.
It's where we used to trap people all the time back
Reese
in the day.
Mayberry's dead board. There are 2 of them. There's one up there, and there's one right in front of us. Kunst almost. This is Conroy throwing up an air ball. Riggle fights for it, but
gonna get a jump
ball. The sheer size of Khalil Long is tough to handle. It's Armstrong's basketball at 18 seconds, and Jacob Zepp comes back in the ball game. Coming out is Carter Kiowski.
6'1" freshman getting his first start.
40-20. Again, Armstrong still has a path if they don't win this one, but it narrows considerably. Valasek gets a long 3 from the outside.
He has 9.
And it's 40-23. 8 seconds. The Rams have the ball in the air. Can they get two like they did earlier? Kuntz driving all the way to the basket. Got shut off. Signorella got to be aware. Tavares is. It's no good. That's the end of the first half at Highlands with the score. Highlands 40 and Armstrong 23. Are you or someone you know in need of physical or occupational therapy? Consider the caring therapist at Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services in Natrona Heights. Zach Bartolotta and his staff specialized in one-on-one personalized care coupled with the latest techniques and equipment in physical therapy services. They take care of any injury, orthopedic conditions. Phoenix will help you with your goal of returning to the activities you love the most. Phoenix Rehab and Health Services, 1601 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. And they take all insurances, including UPMC. Give them a call today, 724-224-5090, Phoenix Rehabilitation. Halftime, Rams by 17. We'll be back with more right after this. Mike Choma standing by halftime with our two inductees. Go ahead, Dean.
Famers. I go back to 1995 with these guys. I was there. Do you guys remember that? I was there with WTYM. I got to interview you guys in the locker room afterwards. Now, I think it's a great night. We're doing elementary night. They get to see you guys, Hall of Famers. Now, Kirk, you were in an interesting situation. You were sitting in the stands watching these guys play because you were only a sophomore when they were seniors. What year 1995?
Well, we had great chemistry, and the reason I say that is back we weren't on the phones, we weren't into the social media, we spent our time at the YMCA, you know? That's where we developed all the chemistry. I will say this too, even though Greg didn't play with us on JV, the year that Greg, I would have been a freshman, that year we didn't lose a JV game. So we knew coming into the next year that we had the good chemistry with everybody. We added Greg onto the team, and you saw what happened after that.
And as a sophomore to start, that had to be a great thing in 1995. Tell me a little about Coach Falter.
Oh, Coach Falter, I don't know where he's at tonight either. But no, I love Coach Falter. I think he's the one that kind of got their program, or the tradition of Highlands going. And over the last 25 years, they've proved, you know, that we're still a winning program nowadays. You can look at these kids now, they're still winning. That's what we want to keep up around here. But I think he's the stepping stone of all that.
I agree 100%. Teams don't win, programs win. Rich was always about the program. Now, speaking of Coach Falter, let's go. The guy who made the shot right here, Greg Koprivnikar. 2 minutes to go, you're up 7 points. You're beating Blackhawk. You're supposed to lose by 20. They tip the ball in with 30 seconds to go. Coach Falter doesn't call timeout, puts the ball in your hands, runs a clear off 4 corners. What are you thinking?
At that time, you're really not thinking much, really. I mean, basketball was always my thing. So, I mean, doing this interview right here, I'm way more nervous than I was playing a basketball game. So I knew the game was tied. We couldn't lose in regulation. I knew I could get a shot off. If I got a shot, I had all the confidence it was going in. If I would have found somebody open, I had the confidence that they were going to make it. So I thought we were going to win it the whole time. I mean, there wasn't a doubt in my mind.
Coach called that play victory for a reason. You came through. Real quick, guys, what do you think about this year's team?
From watching, I've been here a couple times this year to watch them. Love the Kuntz kid, number one. He's a player. I mean, I like even when they won it 2 years ago when he was a freshman, does a little bit of everything. They got good height. I think they're going to go pretty far.
Kirk, you can kind of relate to Jimmy in your role back when you were a sophomore. Was it different than when you were a senior?
Oh, totally different when you're a senior. You're expected to lead the team when you're older, and, you know, as being an underclassman, you look up to the older guys. 1,400 points later, he knows what he's talking about. Let's send it back to Mike Pavlik. Great honor, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, guys. Halftime stats brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops. Training K through 12 at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Visit the Mason Elite Facebook page. Now, the first half was a lot of Jimmy Kuntz, as the Dean and Greg were saying there. So that was a winning maneuver. And so Jimmy had 17, and Regard had 9. I spilled, my water got spilled all over the place, and now we're going to have water.
Well, I'm sorry, these guys said they weren't going to talk, and then all of a sudden they went at it. Inside.
So anyway,
Timmons,
back to basketball, and Timmons puts it up with the left hand and scores. So he's got 3, and I got nothing to wipe that up with, and all our cords are wet.
We're going to live to tell it, but if we get electrocuted, hey, you're in the Hall of Fame.
I guess. 42-23.
They were very talkative.
They were. It was tremendous. And eventually we'll get to stats. Here's Olsen.
I think everybody knows where they're.
Out to Velasek. Inside to Caden with the right hand, and he scores. He was their leading man in the first half with 10. He's got 12 now. Jack Valasek with 9, including 1 3-pointer. That was the only 3 they hit. Kunst and Leary each hit a 3 for Highlands, and that was it. So Regard with 9. He played a tremendous first half. Kunst from way downtown.
What a roll.
How about that? Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is the shooter's roll.
That's silk right there, Mike. Put it soft on the rim, you have a chance, and he has 20 now.
Yeah, that's lots.
And our count is down to 138, Mike.
Olsen in a triple team, but he got it over for Kamer, and he put it in. 6 points for Owen Kamer.
Kamer's done a nice job being the other big guy, Mike.
Here's Foster, and over top of him, what's the call?
I think they're going to get it.
Stay out of bounds.
Yeah. Kamer, I thought, knocked it off Foster, but they gave it back to the Golden Ram.
Into Foster. And he's put it up and won't go down for him, but he will get to go to the foul line and shoot 2. Foster had 6 in the first half.
Hampton finally stopped that play, Mike.
Yeah, they did.
Put somebody behind him, but it really basically is unstoppable.
First at the line for Foster, and the Rams were pretty much like that in the first half from the line.
Yeah, Mike, they've already missed 7 here.
Yeah. That one's good. Start a new streak, huh? 46-27.
And again, every time they score, they continue to full court pressure.
Olsen. Now they double team right at the rim.
They love that spot.
They do. This is Ian Olsen to Caden. Right side of Kamer.
Ooh.
Oh, outside, and Valasek just able to control it as Leary had him. Valasek's shot is no good, and it's Highlands ball. Well, I thought Foster might have got a piece of that, but we'll take it. Ahead to Regard, and tipped out of bounds by Armstrong. Regard is going 110 miles an hour tonight.
Looked like it bounced off his head, too.
It may have. Back to Cam. Leary for 3. In and out. Rebound. Look at Timmons get up there.
Controls it, too.
And he does. Out to Foster. Foster with a...
Tell me he wasn't shoved there, Mike.
Seriously, but Regard's going to finish it anyway. And he's into double figures with 11. He had 10 the first time these two teams played, and the Rams lead it 48-27. They lead by 21. Steal by Foster.
And that was Jimmy putting his hand in there, Mike.
To Regard. Put it up and in.
Regard's having a night in front of the young kid.
13 points. 1 shy of his career high. Valasek with the left hand. They go back and forth. 11 points for him. Here's Regard out of the, Leary out of the corner. Drives baseline, blew it up and scored. 52-29.
And again, Mike, taking the ball to the basket tonight.
Oh, Foster with another block.
You set him up for that one, Mike.
Came right back to Olsen. Now the left-handed runner by Zepp is missed. Blocked by Foster again. He's going to have a double-double with blocks. Olsen is fouled. And Timmons got him, I think.
Yeah, looks like Chandler getting his first.
I believe I read his lips properly. He said, "Oh my goodness," or something like that. 4:32 to go. Why don't you tell the folks where we're going after the game, Dan?
Going to Philippines, Mike. We're going to get some pizza. Somebody might want a burger, wings especially. We're sticking with the pizza, often imitated, never duplicated Birdville pie. And again, located in the Birdville section. Going to be packed tonight. The kitchen's open after the game, so stop by, say hi. Call 724-226-3505. Don't forget to have breakfast every morning at 8. Philippines Family Dining. Place is going to be packed tonight, Mike. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And seeing everybody.
Yeah, which is different. Yeah.
It's
Great pass by Timmons. He's thrown a few of those in his life. And but Ian Olsen got back there and was able to knock it out of bounds.
It is a virtual who's who tonight, Mike. We see
It
other
is.
places do this, and you think, you know.
We were watching when we were at Montour, remember?
Yes, right. And we have it. This is
Oh, great move by Chandler.
offensive foul.
Can't get it to go. Really?
Yeah.
I don't buy that one.
Now the old wraparound. But tonight again, want to thank everybody for helping put this together. So we spilled a little water along the way, but that happens. Been a great night.
I'm just worried the kids are going to step in it. It's right over by their thing. 4:16 to go. Third quarter, 52-30. Jimmy Kunst with the basketball. What a first half he had. Regard. It's down, it's 3. I'm not sure the ref was sure. Corey Dotchin wants a timeout, 3:58 left, and the Rams lead it 55-30.
Regard gives a double clap. That means I'm open, I want it, give it to me now. And Jimmy gets an assist on that play, doesn't disappoint.
How many do you have for Cam? It's 16.
I've got Cam with
16.
That is correct, sir.
And that is a career high for him. He picked a perfect night to do it, I said.
I will note that, and he will get my score sheet.
And Brian Kovalevsky is firing up the troops right now.
And again, Mike, in section tonight, we have Lars is hosting Indiana. Shaler is a Plum. And again, we have Armstrong here. Indiana didn't play tonight. They lost to Knock in a non-section game, 66-55 on Tuesday.
So here's Olsen, Ian Olsen.
Mike, in that Mars-Shaler game, Mars is up by 13 with 2 seconds to go. They put the ball on the ground. Kid from Shaler come up through a 3 and from 30 feet away. I love it.
Timmons a rebound.
You leave me the ball, I'm going to shoot it.
Here's Foster, corner to Leary. Man in the air. Kunst right side, 3 ball up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Olsen lost it and Tavares got it. Tavares came up on him. They battle for it. Tavares won't give up, he scores.
What a scrappy basket that was by Jordan Tavares, Mike.
57-30, 3 minutes left, third quarter.
And again, I hope all our young kids see how hard our varsity plays. And that's what Greg and Kirk were talking about too, how the tradition continues.
Ian Olsen from just this side of Ford City, and now it comes off the deflection right to his brother. That was all planned, of course. They worked that up at dinner last night. That's 15 for Caden, and it's 57-32.
That looked like a poke check in hockey, Mike.
It did. Kunst missed from in close, and Olsen has the rebound. Highlands by 25. 2:28 left, third quarter. We're dispensing with trivia tonight. We're going to walk down memory lane.
On your Hall of Fame induction, I wanted you to come up with some of your best games, and you were kind enough to appease me.
I would like to mention Micah Mason's 64-point game as honorable mention. But that didn't make the list, but there were probably 10 at least that could have made such a list. Olsen off the rebound with a scoop shot, and he's fouled at 1:57. So.
Well, we were in a tight window here, Mike. We have a minute between quarters. So.
I know. It's that's why we did that. So, well, I can give you one. I can give you the
sure.
Right now. I'll give you the regular season game, and that game was just 2 years ago, and that was the game against Knock here, where there was the biggest crowd that I've ever seen, other than a playoff game. Highlands won at 72-65. Jimmy Kunst stole the ball at the end of the game. Made the layup to stretch it out. A game the Rams had to win, as Olsen made the first. Highlands had to win that game, really, because that won them the section. And after that, in a lot of people's minds, there was no doubt they were going all the way.
And you did your Boston Celtic imitation, is that correct, that night?
Stole the ball, and he did. And that's exactly what happened.
Who was that guy's name?
Johnny Most.
Johnny Most.
Johnny Most. Section title was on the line. The Rams were down 5 at the half. Johnny Kreis on a bad ankle at 24.
That came up in my Facebook feed, Mike, as I took film of that game just to show the packed crowd that night.
I remember Jordan Tavares was in 8th grade. And he was one step behind the Highlands bench because that's how far the student section was down onto the court.
Yeah, I filmed that, yep.
Here's Ian Olsen. Now Kamer. Try to go with Jimmy. Jimmy had a breakaway. Caden Olsen, 3-ball, and he cans it. What a terrific player.
He's got 19, Mike.
57-37. Tavares goes inside to Foster. Against Olsen. Can't get it to go. Got his own rebound and got fouled from behind with 1:10 left in the third quarter. Highlands leading at 57-37. I'll give you the next one. These are in no particular order. At North Allegheny. Go ahead, pick which one. 2016.
Newcastle.
Foster hits the first. He'll get another. The Rams beat Newcastle.
What a game.
79-76 in overtime. Newcastle came into that game 23-1 to push the Rams into the finals against Beaver Falls. Jamison Nee had 4 fouls, was on the bench. When he came back in the fourth quarter, as Foster hits them both.
He has 9.
When Jamison Nee came back in the fourth quarter with 4 fouls, he scored 11 points the remainder of overtime and remainder of regulation. 5 points in overtime. Levante Martin had 22 points and 21 rebounds in that game. Mitch DeZort hit a 3-pointer with 14 seconds left to tie it. And the Rams had won that game and went to the championship game. Geno Stone, who's playing in the NFL right now, was a leading scorer for, as Olsen hits a 3, was leading scorer for Newcastle with 21.
Olsen leads all scorers now with 22.
They're in no particular order, but the next one is number 1.
Mars up 53-12 at halftime over Indiana.
And by the way, Olsch winning big too. Chance for the record. Freegard puts it down and draws the foul. He's got 18.
Speaking of records.
By the way, that game I just told you about in 2016? You heard of the Michael Jordan flu game? That was my flu game. 102.6. And I never told anybody. Because everybody would have been freaked. This day and age, you can't do it anymore.
Uh-oh, we got a problem here. Actually, I think that helped Cam.
Cam's been on a make one, miss one train. Well, that's the one he missed, so now he can make this one, and that didn't count. Works for me. Oh, threw it off the side of the iron. And the rebound to Isaiah Riggle. Isaiah Riggle coming in at 5'4", and you can't teach 5'4".
He's scrappy.
My goodness. Is that Regard over there? Of course.
And he'll get the foul. That'll be his first.
What a night Cameron's having. Career high 18 points. Here's Riggle. 17 seconds. They have the ball and the arrow. Highlands by 21. Riggle drives in. Regard stole it. 7 seconds. There's time. Regard with a crossover move. Fall away. It won't go. Kunst has time. And it won't go. That's the end of the third quarter here with the score. Highlands 61 and Armstrong 40. Tell the folks about Unflooded, then I'll give you number 1.
Okay, Mike, as we walk down memory lane, Unflooded sponsoring it for us. Has your home ever been damaged by water or mold? Then you know how stressful that situation can be. Our friends at Unflooded are here to help. For broken pipe, sewer backup, or flooding, they have the expertise to get your home dry and ready for repairs. When it comes to having mold in your home, they will come in, assess the situation, and put together a game plan for removing the mold and keep it from coming back. Visit unflooded.com or call Brian Marr. I saw him here this evening with his dad, Jerry, at 888-650-7767, any time of the day or night. Number one.
February 24th, 2009, North Allegheny High School. Chartiers Valley 24-0. Overflow crowd of over 2,500 at the game. Highlands 64, Char Valley 59. Micah Mason, after a scoreless first half, scored 14 of his 19 points in the fourth quarter. Jeff Sinclair, Hatta Sinclair, he scored 14 in the first, 17 total. And TJ McConnell was held with 19 points, but Highlands beat Char Valley, knocked them out, and went on to the championship game. And one of those players is
In the NBA.
That's right. That's TJ. And he's playing for Indiana, I believe.
Correct.
And making a lot of money. So, yeah, that's number one. Micah Mason, a freshman. And you remember that because Kenny was on that team, and what a great, great night that was.
And if you remember, TJ guarded Micah, and his job was to stay right in his shirt, don't double. Well, it was a tight game in the fourth quarter. TJ does what he's trained to do for the past how many years since he's been in diapers. He did double the ball, and Micah hit a couple threes to his father's dismay, if you remember that. He was not happy with him when he called a timeout.
Tim McConnell, the coach, of course, but that's number one. That was, because I'll tell you what, we had a good team, and we loved our team. We really didn't expect that to happen when we walked in there.
I'll tell you how popular that game is with the kids, Mike. Every 4th of July, the kids always come to the pool for a party, and they always put that game in. They love it.
That is such a winner. I'd love to see that again. I probably haven't seen that since it happened.
I tell you, one of their favorite moments is when Campbell dives into the stand to get a loose ball.
You see Cameron Regard playing?
Ooh.
That's what Jeff Campbell was like.
Yep.
Okay? That's what Jeff Campbell was like.
By the way, I was at the Campbell.
Oh, the Campbell nuptials. And how was it? A lot of people?
Yeah, very good.
And many guys from that 2019 were there?
Yeah, the wedding party was Ken was best man, my son. It was Damon Porter, Jeff Sinclair, the aforementioned, and Nate Hargraves, and Brennan Aquino. All play basketball.
How about that? So how's Nate doing?
Pretty good start 5. Nate is doing great. Yep, he's
he got a couple, doesn't he?
Yes, down in Washington County, and working for a internet company, and he's doing well. And one nice thing about it, Mike, we're just off to the side talking. So they always appreciate everything we did for him, and it's just nice to have kids remember the little extra things you do.
Regard has 19 now, and it's 62-40. This is Ian Olson. 7 minutes left, fourth quarter. Rams trying to win this and clinch a playoff spot on this celebratory night for the 8th straight year. And those guys were involved in the 7 in a row previous to this current 7 in a row. There's Long.
Speaking of guys,
2006 through 2012 made it 7 straight years.
Halftime, I went up and met Wise Guy.
How about that?
Where's number 23?
You know, that's as excited as the day I first met Jimmy Kunst. I said, so you're Jimmy Kunst, huh? Yeah, I remember that.
And he tells me he has plans on playing on this court, so that's what this is all about. And Khalil
with the left hand. He had 9 points the first game up at Armstrong, and it's 64-40. Rams by 24. Wise Guy. That's a wise young man.
And Sam Mitchell was up there reminiscing about his days with the Golden Rams with me. So it's a great night tonight.
It really is. Here's Olson. Signorella on him. Olson fall back. Won't go. Tipped by Leary right to Timmons. Here comes Chandler. Forecourt. Great bounce pass to Signorella, and he finishes.
That was just a beautiful pass by Timmons.
66-40. Rams tomorrow, they got a quick turnaround. We're going to be at Montour to play unbeaten Quaker Valley, #1 in 4A.
Yep, they got there because Bell Vernon got beat by Lower Highlands.
Regard throws up a wild one, and he'll go to the foul line.
That's going to go on Kamer. Yeah, my top 5 in 5A. We got Lower Highlands 15-0. They had a big non-conference win over Bell Vernon, 76-67. They're TJ Knight. Newcastle beat Aliquippa 86-45. They host Moon tonight. Mars is 3rd. We're 4th. And Penn Hills Mike is 5th.
That's 20 points for Cameron Regard, by the way. That's pretty good.
Career high.
He extends it everything he makes.
Here it is, 21.
And it's more than he could have scored no points, and he's having a great game.
Yep, 6 or 9 from the foul line.
And that's been happening with he and Foster.
He's doing a Schlegel.
Ernie Schlegel, the old bowler. We'll see a Schlegel in Shaler.
No.
No.
We'll see a Schlegel
in Mars. I
Mars,
knew if I kept trying, I'd get it right.
Well,
I wasn't sure which one.
There was a Schlegel on Shaler.
I wasn't sure which one.
He was
not there anymore, huh?
He's decided to leave the team.
He has left the program. Ian Olson runs the floor and lays it in. His first basket of the night. There, guess what? My sheet that told me my 4 favorite games is being used to clean up the water. I had to wait so I could read it. I remember them.
How can you forget them, huh?
Yeah, well, that was the point.
Look at Chandler
Timmons
off
makes
balance.
a nice inside move to put it in. He's got 5 points, and it's 70-42. The Rams are 1 basket away from mercy.
Something they did not do the first time, huh?
Now, Regard got a piece of it, saved it to Foster. Now he lost it as it was stolen back. Olsen, Caden out of the corner. His 3 is short. Rebounded by Valasek. Valasek's turnaround jumper, high off the iron. Signorella controls it. Lando, nice job to protect the ball, but he's pass over to Regard. Zigden thought he was going to zag.
Highlands only committed 8 turnovers tonight, Mike, and forced 15, and that's right on their average.
Remember, they were losing 8-5.
Surprisingly so.
Took them a while to get going, but they had a big 11-0 run, a 17-0 run, and 28-5 at one point.
Yep, never looked back.
Valasek, spin move. Look at Timmons playing some defense in a 28-point game. Did you see that?
Yeah, he just bodied him up, Mike, and no place to go for Valasek.
Foster, corner to Leary. Kunst from way downtown.
And he is over his average now, Mike, with 23.
3 from outside the arc, and we have mercy at Ram Arena. 73-42. In the paint, 15-foot jumper by Kamers off the back iron, and here's Timmons. 3:14 to go. Chandler out to Kunst. As the clock winds down to 3 minutes, got a feeling we'll be seeing some fresh faces here pretty soon. Regard thought about it. Regard and Kunst, the only 2 Rams in double figures. Caden Olsen is the only Riverhawk, and the Rams are just content to pass the ball around now. Kunst to Foster. And what's been a great night.
Right on their average of 73. Coming in at 70. A little better on defense, Mike. They usually give up 50. They've only given up 42 so far.
Here's Timmons. Inside, great feed. You don't tell me being a quarterback doesn't help. 9 points for Carter at 75-42.
Jason Kerr's left the building. And Jason played, we mentioned, for
and again,
Brian Kowalski.
Congratulations to them, the girls, for making the playoffs last night. We're going to have consecutive clinchings on consecutive nights.
Stolen by Quince, ahead to Leary.
And it's, they're going to say
wave it
basket
off.
interference,
Yeah.
and it was up there. And Jimmy got a piece of it, and Leary's down.
Uh-oh, doggone it.
And not getting up very quickly. And they're going to call for the trainer to come out.
Hope he's going to be okay. While we're waiting, should we talk about Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph? I'd like to welcome Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. Serving the AK Valley for decades, Lucchino is our broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. While most of us are trying to navigate the new normal, now more than ever, you realize the importance of trying to get the protection that you and your family need. Stop in today at Lucchino's for a free insurance review. Joe and Joe always know, located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection. Call them at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let the Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group put you on the road to financial stability today.
Okay, we have players. Vic is in. Francesco Vicariotto, 33. We have Ali Sharif, number 2. Landon Signorella, Jordan Tavares, and Khalil Long. That's your 5 right now for Highlands.
And most importantly, Carter Leary came off under his own power.
Yeah, he's
there.
all right, and that's very important.
Here's the 3 by number 11.
And that's Isaiah Riggle from downtown, and it's 75-45. Here's Long in the paint. Nice move, left-handedly. Khalil's got 4, both baskets here in the fourth quarter. 77-45, 1:24 to go. This is Jackson Claypool, 30. Now Riggle right in front of us. That's a size differential there with him and Signorella, huh? Claypool now. Back out, and the 3 is put up by Conroy, no good, and the Rams have it. Here's Tavares with a minute to go.
Shout out to my old BFF Annie Garrett from Football Day. She was here seeing her granddaughter tonight, cheerleading.
Yeah, it's quite a night. A lot of people and everybody involved. District-wide tonight, really.
Yeah. I said it earlier, Mike, just great to know where your kids are on a Friday night.
That's so true.
This does for a lot of people in the district.
Here's Long. Now to Vic. Drives all the way to the basket. Dribble drive. Won't go for him. Rebound Armstrong.
And even all the way to Italy, Mike.
He did everything right. Yeah, even all the way to Italy. Here's Riggle. The ball just wouldn't go in. Zap. Out to Riggle. Lets it fly. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Tavares. 8 seconds to go. Courtney start the bus. This one belongs to the Rams. Highlands 77. Armstrong 45.
Well, Mike, it was a great night for Highlands basketball and the program itself. And again, congratulations, sir, on being
Thank you.
inducted to the Hall of Fame. You can hang that plaque proudly along with Greg Kaprivnikar and Kirkwood Tucky. And again, just a great night for the program.
It is. I want to thank everybody that made it possible. Special thanks to the committee. Let's get that out of the way. Once again, that final score here tonight. Highlands 77, Armstrong 45. Thanks to John Dankich and thanks to cameraman Dan upstairs. For the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik. So long, everybody.